Few stories of revenge in history are as bold and relentless as the tale of Hannibal Barca, the Carthaginian general whose name became synonymous with defiance and strategic brilliance. After Carthage's humiliating defeat in the First Punic War, Hannibal's father, Hamilcar Barca, instilled in him a deep, burning hatred for Rome. As a young boy, Hannibal swore an oath before his father that he would forever seek vengeance against the Roman Republic. This vow would define the rest of his life. Years later, when Hannibal took command of the Carthaginian army, he embarked on a campaign that would strike at the heart of Roman power. But instead of launching a direct attack by sea, he chose a path that no one could have imagined. He would lead his army across the towering, snow-covered Alps. This was a journey filled with peril, over 1,000 miles of hostile terrain, freezing conditions, and enemy tribes lying in wait. Hannibal's forces, including his famous war elephants, faced starvation, freezing temperatures, and the deadly challenge of navigating narrow, icy mountain paths. Despite losing nearly half his army, Hannibal's sheer will and leadership kept his men focused on their ultimate goal: revenge against Rome. Once he arrived in Italy, Hannibal wasted no time. He launched a series of devastating ambushes against the Roman legions. His tactics were unlike anything the Roman generals had ever seen, using deception, ambushes, and terrain to his advantage. His greatest triumph came at the Battle of Cannae in 216 BC, where Hannibal achieved one of the most famous victories in military history. Though vastly outnumbered, Hannibal used brilliant strategy to encircle the Roman forces in a pincer movement, annihilating an army of nearly 80,000 soldiers. It was a catastrophe for Rome, one of the worst defeats they had ever suffered. Hannibal's name became a symbol of terror throughout the Republic. For over a decade, Hannibal roamed the Italian countryside, undefeated in battle, constantly harassing the Roman army and threatening the very existence of the Roman Republic. His ability to outthink and outmaneuver the Romans kept their most skilled generals on edge. And yet, despite all his victories, Hannibal's revenge would remain incomplete. Rome, refusing to surrender, eventually regained its strength and launched a counterattack on Carthage itself, forcing Hannibal to return to defend his homeland. Though he never destroyed Rome, Hannibal's campaign left an indelible mark on history. His legendary journey across the Alps, his victories on the battlefield, and his unrelenting pursuit of vengeance made him one of the greatest military minds of all time. Hannibal's story is a reminder that even the most powerful empires can be brought to the brink of destruction by a single, determined leader driven by a deep personal vendetta.